From the studio at Hauppauge High School, it's the Early Bird with Mrs. Lynch and David.
Good morning, Hauppauge. Today is Monday, April 8th, and it is a day 2.
Alrighty, good morning. On Friday, April 5th, Hauppauge High School hosted our very first annual Hoops for Heroes event. Over 500 community members showed up to support the teams, whose players hailed from the NYPD, FDNY, Suffolk County PD, Hauppauge Fire Department, Central Islip Hauppauge Ambulance, local members of the Army and Marines, and of course many staff and community members. Hauppauge's own Reese Coughlin, Haley Kulesa, and Bryson Smith coached the blue team to the tournament's championship, and the crowd was awed by the amazing technical skills of our very own Dr. Murphy and Mr. Edson. Even though Mr. Whitehorse's team failed to make it to the finals, Whitehorse himself proved to be a force to be reckoned with as he dusted off his matching pink wrist and headbands and went all in for the games. In addition to the games, the NYPD band, Hauppauge Pep Band, HYO basketball, varsity, and middle school cheer all performed throughout the night. There were numerous people involved in making this event, so it's impossible to acknowledge them all here, but it could not have been a success without the leadership of Mrs. Ferrara and the MC skills of our very talented Mr. Shahegan, also known as the NHS advisor and beloved history teacher. Among the many staff and community members who gave their time to support the event were the high school's own NHS members who rallied for the cause and showed up en masse to help bring it all together. All of the proceeds raised from the event will be donated to the Tunnel to Towers Foundation, as well as the district's Share and Care program. A huge thank you goes out to everyone who supported this event. It truly was incredible. Here's a quick video from News 12 that covers the event.
Staff members from Hauppauge High School and first responders hooped it up for a good cause today. They called it Hoops for Heroes. Teachers and staff competed against police officers and volunteer firefighters in a March Madness-style tournament. Hauppauge students were the coaches and referees.
My favorite part of this evening is that our students are coaching the adults, and it's a great way to show a different side of the police and fire departments.
And proceeds from the event will support Tunnel to Towers and the high school's Share and Care program. Organizers hope to raise $10,000.
What a great event. Great job, Finale. Hauppauge's Connor Sheridan placed second at the NHSCA National Wrestling Tournament held this past weekend in Virginia Beach, Virginia. With close to 40 wrestlers from all over the country competing in his weight class at 106 pounds, Connor won 4 of 5 matches, becoming Hauppauge's 19th wrestling All-American. Also competing for Hauppauge included juniors Gino Manta and Jason DeFreitas at 113 pounds.
Great job, guys. Cool and interesting things are always happening inside Hauppauge High School classrooms. Last week, Mrs. Lacerdo spent a class day showing her students videos from her friend, former Navy Explosive Ordnance Disposal Technician Vince, and he hiked to Mount Everest Base Camp. This allowed her to demonstrate the true geography of the region and the challenges associated with such high altitudes, as well as some cultural aspects. Here's Vince on his last stop before Everest Base Camp.
Everybody, it's Saturday at 7 o'clock. Right behind me in my hat is Kalapatar. Got up at 3 o'clock, left at 4, climbed to the top of that so that we could see Everest. And as you can tell, dressed the way I'm dressed, it was 18 degrees, and you see all the mountains behind us, how beautiful it is. Well, this is a good call out for Stacy Lacerdo and her high school social studies class. Up to 17.5 to get pictures as the sun rose this morning of Mount Everest. And while we were there, the mountain right next to it had a major avalanche. You could think I was up on the other mountain. So I was climbed all the way up to that top of that black mountain. It's called Kalapatar. And so we could see the sunrise of Everest before we go to Everest Base Camp. So, hope everyone enjoyed it. It was 19 degrees and about 30 miles an hour wind, so that's why I got all my down and stuff on. And hey, Stacy, and to everybody at your high school, you should pull up this whole Kumba region, Kalapatar, and the history of the people here, because they are fantastic. And look for a video from Everest Base Camp in about 5 hours from now. I gotta get some tea in me and warm up because I'm freezing. So cheers. Hey Stacy, good to see you. And to all your students out there, hey, all you gotta do is put your mind and heart to it and you can do anything. Cheers.
Very cool.
Attention 2025 IB Diploma candidates. The next CAS meeting will be on Friday, April 12th in room 260. This meeting is mandatory. If you're unable to attend, please contact Mrs. Surian ASAP.
Alrighty, there's going to be a Math Honor Society meeting after school on Thursday, April 11th. That's this week. This meeting is for junior members, and we'll be talking about officers for next year. Seniors are not required to attend, but you may do so if you are in need of meeting credits. This meeting will be held in room 343. Please see Mrs. Maiorini with any questions.
Please consider donating to the Eagles Pantry PB&J Drive. Items we are collecting include nut butters, jams, and bread and can be dropped off in the labeled boxes in front of the guidance suite. Our collection will run until April 19th. Remember, every donation counts.
All right, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. Today's lunch menu. Thank you so much. Homemade mac and cheese, cheesy garlic bread, vegetable fiesta. Who doesn't love a vegetable fiesta? Rice and beans bowl, steamed peas, garden salad, fresh apple, diced peach cup, and a chickpea salad. Everything except the dried cranberries. All right, it is time for this week's Mindful Minute. This week's strategy is for the times when we might feel overwhelmed with difficult emotions, whether they be fear, anger, shame, sadness, or anything like that. Sometimes when these emotions hit us, we don't always have the resources available to deal with them, and they might cause us to shut down or feel powerless over the situation. When this happens, try finding a comfortable and safe place to sit quietly, and always begin by taking a few deep, slow breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Next, try calling to mind someone or some people who give you a great sense of comfort. They could be a teacher, a friend, or a parent. It could even be a deceased loved one or even a pet. Imagine that person or those people surrounding you and sending you loving energy. Allow yourself to imagine how that loving energy feels as you accept it with an open heart. Let yourself feel the sense of safety and connection that the visualization brings, and sit with that feeling for as long as you feel comfortable. It's pretty cool that research has confirmed that when we imagine seeing a loved one, the same neurons fire in our brain and our nervous system as if we are actually seeing them. When we train our minds repeatedly to tune into feelings of peace and connectedness this way, we actually create new neural connections and the structures of our brains can be rewired. In this way, we can begin our own healing journey. Thank you so much for joining me for today's Mindful Minute. Have a great day, Hop Hog.
Stay classy.
Stay classy.